History and monuments in Oñati. The true story of Oñati is better than fiction. We are surrounded by its history at all times. We can see and breathe it in its interesting natural and architectural heritage. Oñati was one of the few estates that existed in the Basque Country. Nowadays, it is the most extensive territory of Gipuzkoa. In Oñati, we can appreciate all the ages of man, from prehistory to the present day. In the Middle Ages, the struggles between different factions were very common. We can still appreciate their vestiges today. It was the first university town in the Basque Country, alongside the great European educational institutions. Its promoter, Rodrigo Mercado de Zuazola, rose from the humblest beginnings to the heights of religion. It was a precursor of knowledge and had the support of the Emperor Charles I. It only took 8 years for it to be built. That struggle for power in the town and the presence of the university promoted the construction of symbolic buildings. All of them gave Oñati a unique configuration that made it a magnificent monumental town. The town did not want to be left behind and built the Church of San Miguel, although it took 300 years to do so. It has the dimensions of a cathedral, one of the few cloisters built on a river, and the crypt where the lords of the town rest. The town hall has its own history. It reflects the town's achievement of power. On the other hand, the estate became a county, and in the end it was integrated into the historical territory of Gipuzkoa in 1845. All this undoubtedly highlights the unique nature of the town of Oñati. The Carlist Wars that took place in the 19th century were tragic and important episodes. Oñati was one of the main centres in those battles. In fact, the military staff and other institutions of the rebel Charles VII had their headquarters here. Finally, peace agreements between Carlists and liberals were signed in the Palace of La Serraga. And its neighbourhoods. They are what give Oñati its personality to a large extent. There are 16 neighbourhoods that make up the fabric of Oñati. These include Arantzazu with its magnificent sanctuary, and Arautz with its farmhouses, its legendary characters, and numerous architectural gems. In the most recent contemporary history, it is worth mentioning the engineering work carried out by German experts for the water channeling and the subsequent production of electricity. Undertaken at the beginning of the 20th century, it is still the source of the electricity consumed in the town today. The Spanish Civil War left a worse mark. The battle brought a tragic toll, which deepened with the bloody repression of the Franco dictatorship that followed. As we can see, Oñati enjoys an intense history. a history we can continue reading today simply by visiting its territory. Oñati, Dabilyen Eria.